everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me just remove that little ticker tape that's going by. And look at the show started. How is everyone? I am here in Thunder Bay and on the North Shore of Lake Superior. And we have had the most glorious day today. It feels kind of like summer, but we are celebrating the equinox, the changing of the seasons, which is coming up very soon. Um, and summer is going to officially turn into autumn. So welcome to the show, all of you. I am just going to get me into the comment section so I can see who's joining us for our live Thursday evening presentation. And it looks like we have Gina saying hello to everyone, as is Barb, Aletha, hello Aletha, and Linda, Terry, Heather. Really nice audience. I see our numbers are going up. Maybe that's because the days are getting shorter, aren't they? Coming up, or they soon will be. So uh, it has been a little bit of a scramble, as it is most weeks, to get ready. But if you've been following along since the beginning, so this is episode 159 of Shop with Diane. I did not come live last week because we had this really big, primarily mining industry event happening just across the street from me, as well as on our property. We had exhibits uh, and food trucks and long days, and uh, I was just in a completely different universe almost for last week. So it's really nice to be able to gather us all together once again for another edition of Shop with Diane. And I see Seal is saying hello to everyone, as is my mom, Elsie. So a great group of people. And I have a bunch of sales to entice you to do a little shopping this evening. There are limited stock available. And uh, that means you're going to, if you're watching the live show and you're really interested in getting those items, really be quick in the comment section of Facebook or YouTube and say, hey, Diane, I'd like that item. Name it clearly, because after the show, what I'm going to do is go back to the people who first requested those items in the comment section of Facebook and YouTube, and I'll confirm the availability of those items. I see a university friend, Barry, is joining us from Southern Ontario. Hello, Barry. I hope you've had a nice, beautiful day as well, and joining us for this evening of where we're going to shop the Equinox. I can jump all over the place here. Someone said, or more than one person said, Diane, you should be a teacher. Well, I've heard that through my whole life, but then I wouldn't be doing Shop with Diane now, would I? These shows, people have told me they like to get together because it's a really lovely community of like-minded people. And I like to describe us as a rather intelligent group of kind-hearted, um, uh, appreciative, caring people. So love to be part of this group. So to educate ourselves. Oh my goodness! And my mom is loving my top. Well, it was the back of my closet. It was from Fig, purchased here at the store a number of years ago. And thank you, Lori. Another university friend is loving the color. Oh my goodness! I just want to read the comment section. Yes, I'm sure all of you are. And thank you. Uh, it is a great color. I should wear this more often now, shouldn't I? Well, I want to talk about the fall equinox because as I prep for the shows, I always look for a theme and look at what's happening. And the calendar says the fall equinox is happening. Well, that is where this here, I want to say a few things. The seasons change because of their solstices and equinoxes, and they change. They signal the changing um, of the seasons on Earth, and so the word equinox comes from Latin. Do you remember teachers talking about comes from Latin? Like I knew that. No, I didn't know this before actually this morning. but it comes from two words meaning equal and night. So what happens on the equinox is that the sun crosses the equator uh, from north to south. So as it crosses the equator, um, we get what's called the fall equinox. In the northern hemisphere, though, that brings the signal that fall is arriving. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, spring is coming. So I have I have a bias clearly being here on the north shore of Lake Superior in the northern hemisphere. I keep thinking fall is arriving. But for those of you, and we do get viewers from um, the other side of the equator watching us from time to time, happy spring to you. Now, what happens on the equinox is that the day and the night are almost exactly the same length. So we're going to have 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night coming up really quick. And it sort of happens here in the northern hemisphere. The fall equinox typically happens between September 21st and 24th. That's kind of why I've been confused all my life, it seems, to know exactly when the day of when fall happens. But this year it is going to happen on the 23rd. So we're a little ahead of the equinox to be celebrating it. And what happens after the equinox comes, the sun starts to rise later and nightfall begins to happen earlier. Oh, seems sad, doesn't it, as our days get shorter. The shortest day, though, is going to be in December, and that's when this all stops. And that's when I think we should all celebrate, because when we get this December solstice, and that's going to be December 21st this year, the days start to get longer, and then we get back to a spring equinox starting in, when is that? In March. So it's kind of, I just, these terms, people throw it out and I really never stop to think about it, but we're celebrating right now the fall equinox, and let's celebrate with some shopping, won't we? And wonderful, we have Joanne joining us, as we do Marianne from Rossport. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So clear out. I want to show you a few at the beginning summer items that I'm going to clear out. It's going to feel like almost Black Friday, but it's not. It's it's just the celebration of half day and half night. And I cannot believe, people, I still have this amazing sun face, which is 48 inches across. 48 inches across, and it's metal. It's designed to be for outdoor use, or if you have a wonderful space indoors, you can set this up. This is going to make you feel like it's tropical year-round, and it was $165, and I'm clearing it out below cost at $80. If you would like this one, please let it be known in the comment section. I think Beverly has one, and Wendy, who watches the show from time to time, has one of these. They love it. They get all sorts of compliments. You could as well. I just have one remaining. I won't be getting any more in the future. You're going to want to pick this up. It's item number 1 on tonight's Shop with Diane. I'm going to scoot over here and put it down and get back to the show. Oh, okay. You never know what's hiding behind here with me, do you? So item number 1. Now, I don't see anybody claiming it just yet. If another way to claim it, if you're not wanting to put it in the comment section, is simply you can call me or text me. Call me after the show, but you can text me at 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. Or if you're watching Facebook, private message me as well. So claim that item if you're interested. And let me see. Okay, product number 2, as we are moving out of summer, oh no, let's talk about the sun for just one moment. So we said that the equinox, it's when it's almost the same amount of daylight as there's night. Night. And so that made me think about a product that we have from Loki. And you may have seen these in the store. These are wonderful, wonderful items coming in different sizes and different colors. And what these are bracelets, but on each of them, sort of silicone, but in each of them, on each of them, there's a white bead and a black bead. Now, in the white bead is water from Mount Everest, and in the black bead is mud from the Dead Sea. It's the highest point and the lowest point on Earth. And so there are some teachings behind here. So when you are, the first one is when everything's going great and you are on top of the world, oh my goodness, like you were on Everest, just to remain humble. Don't let go to your head. And we need to be reminded of that sometimes. But I think even more importantly, it's important to remind ourselves when we are down and low to remain hopeful. And those are the teachings to maintain your balance. Did anybody hear my phone? I am quite certain that I had set that on airplane mode, so we would not be disturbed. But clearly I did not. So now we are, and we won't be hearing any of those noises again. There was a show, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I asked a question and Google answered it. We don't want Google here this evening. So anyways, these are really lovely. I said they come in different sizes, small, medium, large, and extra large. I take a medium and sort of have a medium-sized women's wrist. If you want a little looser fitting, you'd get the large. Most men would take the large or extra large in their fit. Children would be taking the small. And the different colors of these are indicating that a percentage of the sales go in support of a different charitable group. For example, yellow is for cancer research, and we have some of them that you can select which is your charity of choice. For these, because there's just too many options to be presenting to you on tonight's show, if you're interested in these, please come by during our curbside pickup times. Take a look at them and we can make your decision then. The price of these were $27. They're going to be just $20, and they come with a card that'll explain them to you. So when are our pickup times? Well, let me just add this to the screen. So the show tonight is happening on the 21st. So Friday, tomorrow, it's here in Thunder Bay at my store location, and it will be from 11 till 1, Saturday 11 to 1, and Monday 11 to 1. And you can come by and give it a look, okay? Great items. Let's get ready for Christmas. It's almost like I'm going to do Black Friday sales on some of these items tonight. And so you will not want to miss out on these, okay? So that's the Loki bracelets. We're $27 just for $20. I'm going to set those aside for a moment. And there's another product that I have from that company, and it's perfect for tonight because they're black and white. So I'm going to sell them as a pair. They're from Loki as well, and they are double-walled aluminum, top quality, not aluminum, stainless steel, top quality, 18/8 stainless steel. It's got sort of a medium-sized mouth to it, which makes it easy to get a brush in there and clean it. Sometimes if the opening is too large and you're in transit, you spill, so it's going to be easy to drink out of without spilling. It's got a silicone grippy part to it so it's not going to slip out of your hand. It will go easily into a car holder, cup holder, drink holder portion of your automobile. On the underside, it does still remind you to stay humble and stay hopeful. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Everything's kind of upside down and backwards here. So it has that. And these were normally $48 each. So the combined cost of this would have been $96. I'm selling them as pairs, well below cost. You get 2 bottles for $40. It's a great price. So I have limited stock of these. If you're interested in the black and white aluminum bottles, this is going to keep your cold beverages cold for 24 hours, and your hot beverages real hot for 12 hours. So a great item. It sort of reminds me half of the Equinox. It's going to be nightfall for 12 hours and daylight for 12 as well. So I'm going to set those aside and get those out of my way. Okie dokie. So let's get those orders coming in, everyone. I see our numbers are coming up, and that means I don't know who's watching unless you've made a comment, but we really love to see when you send a heart or a thumbs up or make a comment, because we're in this new world of social media, and there are logarithms, and the only way that we can get this show out there and being seen by more people is if you're kind enough to be able to, press the love, press the share, and appreciate it. So I see that has generated 4 more. We're up to 8 of them. I know there's more of you out there, and I look forward to, if you're liking the show, to send a little love this way. Okay, next item. I just have 1 in black and 3 remaining in white. And what are these? These are cotton bucket hats. And they are just easily packed away. So you can mold them to, create different looks if you like. Just keeping some of that sun off of you. And although we are going into fall, and that's a changing season, the days are getting longer, the temperatures are going cooler. In nature, things start to go dormant. They get a bit of a rest through the winter months as they go into hibernation and so on. And which makes some of us here in the Northern Hemisphere want to go down south, or at least closer to the equator. If you are planning a vacation in the sun, you're going to want to pick one of these up. They were just $21.95. I'm going to clear them up for $12. So they're one size. It's kind of a loose fit on me right now. Not too bad. It means that I feel like I'm not going to get too hot wearing this. The little bit of circulation, I do like that. But Pat from Terrace Bay, who has purchased one of these, I remember on a show before, she said what she did is she threw hers in the wash just to shrink it up a bit. So if you washed it in some hot water, it's going to shrink up a bit, and it fits her beautifully at that time. Thank you, Tracy, for your order for some water bottles. And Terry has one, and she says it's a great little hat, and she really likes hers. And you know what? Many of you already have the big from Outdoor Research from us, this Oasis sombrero hat, which is, if you don't have one, I don't understand why, is a perfect sun hat for gardening, for hiking, for being out on the sailboat, at concerts and so on. But sometimes it's a little too big, and something like this is perhaps more suitable for urban wear, or a little more style, casual though style. And Thank you for that, Terry. So it was $21.95 just for $12, people. And I thank you for those of you who have sent some love where our numbers are getting up there. There's a ticker counter that if you're watching Facebook, you're probably seeing during the live show. We know how many people are watching. And did you see that? There was this. It was live. We were live for 22 minutes and 22 seconds, and there are 22 people watching the live show on Facebook at that moment. It's a lot of twos. Anyways, oh, Diane, please focus. So something that I don't ever think, but that I put these on sale before. If I did, it was a rare happening. And but I want to clean these up. I don't have too many left. What are these? If you've been shopping with us for the last over 20 years, you probably know about these products because I have been selling them for over 20 years. Yes, this month we're celebrating, can you believe, our 27th anniversary in business. Boy, we have had to evolve and pivot, not just during this pandemic, which the word pivot seemed to be the word of the last few years, but we've had to evolve. And but this product has continued to be a great seller. And what are these? I don't have one soaked in water to demonstrate it this evening, but these are made in Canada. These are cooling neckties that are it's pre-shrunk cotton that has been sewn so it's tubular. But in the section from here to here, inside the tube, are polyacrylamide crystals that when you soak this in water for about 15-20 minutes to begin, it just soaks up the water so it becomes like a little sausage that this would then be damp. You put around your neck, and as it evaporates, the water evaporates, there's a natural cooling effect, cooling the blood that goes through your blood vessels through your neck as it goes to your brain, and it goes to your brain, and it has the cooling effect. Thank you, Barry, for testimony. It really does work, and it not just works the one time, but in fact it can work day after day after day. Just re-soak it and rehydrate it, and it'll keep you cool, whether you're playing in the heat or working in the heat or having a hot flash, a migraine. It is going to have a natural cooling effect for you. So if you're getting out golfing, maybe you're going down south or at the beach, where what do? We here in the north, we book a holiday, or I should book a holiday. Maybe I should book a holiday this winter. That would be a rare thing, but you go from freezing cold to heat, and that's really hard to acclimatize. You're going to want to bring one of these with you. After your trip, just let it dry out. It'll return to this. It's great for hundreds of uses, and it's a great item. They were $12.95. I'm clearing them out for $8. So there's a variety of styles to choose from. I'm not going to have you do your selection here this evening, but rather, if you're interested, let me know that you'll be coming by in our curbside pickup times, and we will let you make your selection. $8. This would be a great gift to give. You know, people are talking about in prices going up, and they are. They really are. But I have been clearing things out, and prices keep coming down here. And I don't think you're going to get them any cheaper anywhere. And some people have told me that they've bought similar ones off of Amazon, but they don't work nearly as well and as long enough. I heard that from people that are working in long-term care facilities, where it tends to be warmer as where they're working. And let me see, we've got some great comments. Linda's saying, yes, they do work. And Keith is saying, yeah, they work awesome, even as a cool headband. Absolutely. And he wears them to Vegas. Okay. If you're in Ontario, Vegas right now is getting a bad name by some resigning minister. So let's see. You might know that news story. Anyways, no connection there, Keith. You just keep wearing it as a headband. Let me see. So we have those available. The other item I'm clearing out is this one. Oh my goodness, I just have a couple remaining of this. And these were $72.95, clearing them out for $40. What are these? They're really hard to find. They're really practical. Oh my goodness. So this is a waterproof fanny pack or waist pack that I love the color. It's a bright lime green, so it makes you highly visible. Great if you're doing paddle boarding, if you're kayaking, if you're hiking in the wet conditions, or even just out at a concert and you don't know what the weather's going to be like. It's going to be fantastic. So you can see it has a really top quality clasp for the waistband. It has on the backing there wicking fabric and cushioning fabric, so any of the perspiration that you might gather at your lower back is going to wick away. It has a waterproof zipper, but this one pocket on the outside isn't waterproof if submerged in water at a lengthy period of time. If you have something that is really valuable and you want it safe, kept dry, if this is submerged in water, you're going to want to put it into the main compartment. So how you get into the main compartment is on the side here. There's a clip. I'm just going to unclip that and do the same on the other side. And you'll hear the Velcro come undone. And in here, you've got bubble wrap. But there's also, hard to see down here, but there is a zipper, not a zipper, there is a zippered mesh pocket that you can help stay organized, as well as a little clip to put your keys in there. So whatever you're going to put in there is going to stay dry. If you're on a jet ski, paddleboarding, stand-up paddleboarding, canoeing, kayaking, hiking, cycling, doing all sorts of things. Keep your valuables, your electronics, if you're traveling, your passport dry, and you'll remain visible as well with this great color. So these are just marked down to $40. So great item. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Diane, I don't do those kinds of things. But there are people that you do know likely that do those things. So let them know about this and have them check into Shop with Diane. Yes, welcome to those who are joining us just at this point in the show. We're halfway through. It is episode 159. Can you believe it? 159 weeks we've been getting together and showing over that time all sorts of wonderful products and building a lovely community that I call my soul tribe. And I'm so happy to be a part of your group that gathers most Thursdays. People have said, Diane, it feels like I've come visit you in your home. But the great thing about this, you never have to tidy up. And isn't that great? You don't even have to dress up, but we get to spend the time together. So let's see. What else do I have to show you? Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, but what did I do with it? Oh, hold on, people. I have them in my display, but I don't have one to show you. So I have these fall swags that are just lovely. How long are they? About the length of my arm. And if you've known my store over these years, you know that what we do is we look for really great quality artificial florals that sure, you can go to the bucket or the discount stores, but they look cheap. at a distance, maybe they're okay. But if you're going to have something that is on your dining room table or greeting guests, um, just as a decor outside your doorway, or, I can just imagine for Thanksgiving, even laying it on the table with some other gourds or candles or things. Just an easy way to add some fall foliage. I can't say that word. Fall leaves. And I just have 5 of these available at the moment. They were $18.95, clearing them out for $12. So just really great quality items that you can bring out year after year after year. And let me know if those items interest you as well. Welcome to Shop with Diane. Lots of great savings, and hope that that's exactly what you'll do. Place the orders. Now, if you are watching out of town, like my friends Barry and Lori are, or who else is here? Marianne is watching from out of town, saying hello. We can ship out orders if your purchase is over $50. So get those orders coming in, either in the comment section, private message me, phone me, or text me. Once again, I will put up the phone number and text, which is 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. Next, do we have, it is, I switched from the fanny pack to summer. Did you notice that? Kind of summer to fall with the autumn leaves. So the temperatures are, you wouldn't know by today, it's unusually warm. We're not here in this part of northern Ontario. It's a little rare. Looking at the long range forecast, we don't have frost expected over the next 2 weeks, which is surprising. It was colder a couple of weeks ago, or last week, wasn't it? Some people got a touch of frost, but it's time to start pulling out some warm, cozy things. So from a company that many of you are familiar with called Brits Knits, we have fleece-lined leggings. And these are wonderful. I only have them in this one size available. And I would say if you wear a 10, 12, or 14, these are going to be a great fit for you in women's sizing. If you're 14, 16, don't go there. But definitely what I love about these is that they are really high-waisted, so they come up really nice. They have this really nice knit waistband, so it's going to lay flat, which is lovely. It's a great color, sort of this flannel gray. They are made out of polyester and a little bit of spandex, but inside there you can just see it's sort of nice flannelly. They are going to wash beautifully. And when you have just a little maintenance tip, polyester is a plastic. And the beauty of polyester, it doesn't absorb moisture like cotton would. And when cotton absorbs moisture, it holds it next to your skin and it chills you, actually. So great to wear cotton when you're going someplace warm. But in colder climates, you want that moisture to which comes out of each pore as your skin breathes. You want that moisture to move away. So this is going to help wick the moisture through the garment to the outside. But it is a plastic, so when it comes to washing, follow the wash instructions. Don't put any of your synthetics in a hot dryer, because some of them get crispy because they start to melt a little bit. So just recommend these, that you just hang them to dry and save the cost of electricity. Add some humidity to your dry home in the cooler months. And the price of this was $23.95. Clearing these out for $20. I just have 4 pairs remaining. So if that's your size, or you're doing a little Christmas shopping, please let me know and I'll set a pair or 4 aside for you. Get back into the comments. Okay, missed the name, but okay, thank you. Jessica's going to take the um, fall swag. Oh my gosh. And Jill is joining tonight too, another university roommate. Oh my gosh. Jill, Lori, call Alina. If she joins in, this is awesome. So, what is Alina doing? She sometimes watches the show. Somebody give her a nudge, and wouldn't that be amazing? Oh my goodness! And we have more people joining us. Thank you so much. Our numbers are coming up this evening. Welcome to episode 159 of Shop with Diane. We're doing a bunch of clearouts as we celebrate the Equinox, which we just learned is coming up real quick, September 23rd. Uh, the sun is going to um, uh, cross the equator, and we are going to have almost equal day and equal night. And after that date, what starts to happen here in the northern hemisphere is our days get shorter and our nights get longer. But that's going to change in December when we have the winter solstice, and that'll start to lengthen our days. And Josie is joining us. Oh, how wonderful. It's like old homecoming. It really is. People have been so busy over the summer, and they tune into the show whenever they can, many of them watching the repeats. But I just get so pumped up when you watch the live show, and I appreciate that so much. So, Alina, have you joined us? Let's see. So, next item is from Brit's Knits as well. And what we have here is a fleece lined top of these. And I don't know if Eleanor's watching us at the moment. She usually catches the show either live or afterwards. She has one of these and absolutely loves it. So it's from Brit's Knits. It's quite a long leopard print fleece lined top. You can see if I just pull it up like that. Can you see how warm and cozy that looks? It is in a size large, extra large. I tried it on. It was a fairly snug fitting. It meant to fit me, but it was a little bit too revealing of my body shape to make me feel overly comfortable about my Buddha belly. Do you get that? What I'm saying is that I think people would be more comfortable wearing this if you were a size 8, 10, 12. But if you're kind of a 14 like me typically, I could wear it as a base layer, but I wouldn't wear it as a casual piece because this just makes a great casual look, but also a great base layer. The price of this was $28.95. I just have 3 remaining, and I'm clearing those out for $20. So we can get you warm and cozy, people. I hate to tell you, the weather here in Thunder Bay has been glorious today, and you might not be thinking that we should be moving into the autumn, but my furnace has this past couple of weeks has turned on, hasn't it? And there's nothing nicer than a cozy pair of bottoms, comfortable bottoms and a top. Okay, let's continue on. So autumn is coming. Leaves are going to start to be falling, and things sort of become dormant, and animals start to hibernate, but they're still trying to get the last little bit of food in their bellies, especially if they're a bear. So what do I have is counter assault bear spray. We've sold this product for a number of years. If you're going to be getting out and enjoying the autumn leaves, doing some hiking, isn't there the smell of a campfire in the autumn? I don't think there's a nicer smell than that if you're outdoors and enjoying that. But if you're going to be spending any time doing some mushroom picking, the last of the berry picking, picking leaves, going on hikes and so on, you might want to be prepared. Here in Northern Ontario, we have black bears, but if you're watching us from the West and we have people from across the country, across the border watching us, you might want some bear spray. And although you can't fly with this has to be shipped ground. But this is going to stop in its tracks a grizzly bear, a polar bear, a black bear, but it won't do any lasting harm to it. It's just going to burn because this has the active ingredients of hot peppers in it. So if once you purchase it, you just cut off this yellow safety tab tie, I suppose. When it comes to using it, you would pull off this glow-in-the-dark little tab, and then when you're ready to use it, you spray it. And this is going to spray, oh goodness, where's my magnifying glass? Or my memory. It is going to spray a long distance. It's going to spray a long distance. And what you'll just need to be cautious about is if the wind is blowing towards you and you spray it, guess which way this is going to come back? It's going to be coming back at you. But to be safe outdoors, don't have a lot of food kicking around if you're camping, and give a bear an exit route. So if you happen to wander upon one, just take a look around, make sure that you're backing away, making yourself look as big as you can. If you have something to make noise with, make noise so it might go on its merry way. But if it did start to get aggressive, even out at camp, something like this is terrific. So you're not going to get this. I challenge you, try to find this for less than $40 a canister. Regular $58.95, which is a great price. I just have a limited stock available, clearing it out for $40. It's called Counter Assault Bear Deterrent. So let me know if you'd like one of those. Again, you could be watching the show. Maybe you're not needing these products, but if you tell a friend who might need one, or buying something for one of your family members, their family members, a great purchase. And next, as I looked around and said, oh no, I'm talking bears. Well, I have only five of these left. And Lynn is joining us as well. What a lovely group of people we have this evening. So what we have here are bear claw back scratchers. Oops. And these were $8.95. I just have 5 remaining. I'm going to clear them out for $5. 3 available in green, 2 in red. And those of you who know the product, you can just scoop them up right before the explanation. But if you're new and watching, this expands, great for scratching your back rather than, or giving it to somebody who seems to think that you should be their back scratcher. People have put these into, I love the stories, people have put them in their purse or in their pack when they go grocery shopping. They're able to reach things from the taller shelves. Some people have told me that they have them actually in their kitchen, so they can do the same for that as well. Great item. Just having 5 remaining. I'm not sure that I'll be getting more anytime soon. So if you're interested in those, please let me know in the comment section or private message me, phone me, or text me. Once again, the number to phone me and text me is there up on the screen, 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. Next thing we have is, so that sort of makes me think hunting season, or which happens coming up in the fall. And I do have a few remaining of the camo buffs remaining. And what is a buff? For those of you who don't know, I'll do one of my demonstrations. It's been a long time since I did. I don't have any of these patterned ones available any longer. But so a buff is, we've sold them for many, many years, became really popular at the start of the pandemic when we thought that a masking, a double layer or triple layer, this would be sufficient, or using this and putting like a coffee filter between it to stop the transmission of what we might be coughing or breathing out or in. So it's made in Spain. It's a tubular piece of fabric that is seamless, that can be worn many ways. It's great as an accessory just for, dressing. So you've got one of these like this, but you can also double it up for a little extra warmth and use it as a neck gaiter that way. You take one layer of it, put it up like this. This is great to wear under a helmet if you wish. And you can turn it into a balaclava simply by halfway down the neck, grab the fabric, tuck this part underneath. Now I've got a double layer across my face, and I do it that way. I can miss my hair. You can use this as a headband. You can turn it into a scrunchie. You have longer hair. You can turn it into a hat, and people will wear a buff. Also, if people are going through cancer treatments and maybe losing their hair with chemotherapy and so on, turning these into hats are lightweight and attractive. So what you would do in the case of a hat, turn it inside out, give the center a little twist. And if you have one of these, you may have forgotten how the many ways you can do this. So I twisted it, folded it on top of itself, and now you have a little hat that way. There's other things you can do. Oh yes, you can wear it this way as well and let it just flop down to protect your neck, or you can tuck it underneath there and it turns into a hat that way. It's extremely versatile, and the ones that we have for that are in camo, we have a couple that are in Cool Max. So when you're hauling out your moose and you're just sweating, this is going to be wicking the moisture, keeping you cool. All three of them are made of the Cool net, which is the coolest of all the synthetics, and it offers extra UV protection of 50 plus, which we know is for really amazing coverage. And Sherry is joining us. Hi, Sherry. We had a nice group of people this evening. And I appreciate all the hearts and thumbs up you're giving. And if you haven't, love to get one. Please, after the show, just go back to the viewing of it and press share. And then that spreads it around, more people to watch it and expand the show. I'm just a little interlude here just to say to people that the show will be, what I'm working on is, this has been a great way to reach a large number of people from all over the place and build community and introduce products and so on. And an idea occurred to me about a month and a half ago. Oh my goodness, I could be doing this not just for an amazing group of customers and viewers and friends. I could be doing this show on behalf of wholesale companies who are trying to reach retailers across the country. So I went to the Canadian Gift Show. It's renamed the Toronto Gift and Home Market, and just mid-August, and said, hey folks, I talked to a number of suppliers. I would love to have them do a show for them at a cost, and introduce their products, their best-selling items, items that they are trying to introduce to retailers. But let me introduce it to them. Let me virtually bring the owner of the company into the show and reach a new market that way. Had a great response at the show. I'm still trying to pull it all together, and later this fall, I hope to have some of my shows. Unfortunately, it's trade only, and unless you have a store, a gift store, or a lifestyle store, you won't be able to access the show. However, doing those shows as I am introduced to new products, or perhaps as a result, get some products from these companies, I'm going to do some shows for you. So you're going to be kept involved, but maybe it won't be as regular a show as we've become accustomed to. But I really need to branch out. I need to generate some real revenues. It's been no different than a lot of other business owners through this pandemic. It's been tough slugging, and I do need to drive up those revenues. And thank you, Cy, for, he's going to take a back scratcher. Wonderful. Shop with Diane. Yes, it's going to be called Shop with Diane live stream wholesale shopping for Canadian retailers. Quite a mouthful. Cy, you reminded me 2 weeks ago when we did our 27th anniversary celebration, I had some draws, and unfortunately I forgot to make the formal drawing during the show. But Cy, you are one of our winners. Did you know that? And so I want you to come by and pick up what was the winning prize is a couple of mugs. So whether you choose moose as your theme or maple leaves, these were from our 20th anniversary, great marble mugs, but we can put 20 years plus 7 on this. Great mugs. They were $10.95. Oh, on the reverse, they also have facts about, in this case, facts about Canada, and we have facts about the moose. So Cy, when you come and get your back scratcher, you'll pick up a couple of mugs too. That's terrific. Next thing what we have is, the camel, the buffs, the price of the buffs. The prices were $28. I'm clearing those last 3 in camel for $20. Okay, people, you know hunters, and if you don't pick those up, I'm really disappointed, I have to say. So let me know if, oh, thank you. That isn't Cy nice. I want to put that up, that he loves the show and great products. Thank you. So let me carry on. So I was checking around what I had remaining, and I haven't shown you these products before because they're a little bit off center. Do you remember there was years ago redneck wine glasses, and what was it? It was a mason jar on a stem, and those were redneck wine glasses. Well, along that same time, there was introduction of the redneck party cup. So what we have is a melamine cup, so really, really durable, with a camo outer to it, and we have the very lovely glass stem to it. Well, we took these just off the floor because it says it's made in the US, so you would think that that was a sign of quality, and for the most part that to be true, but they somehow didn't put the stem exactly in the center, but that's okay, because with a glass or 2 of this, you'll never really know if it's tipsy or not. But we just have 3 of these remaining, and the price on these were, how much were these? These were $12.95 each, and they're cleared out for $8. So I would just love to do a little, intimate dinner party and have this, look, the leaves, a couple of these glasses, autumn feeling to it, and how much fun would that be? So for this great fun, great stocking stuffer, there are 16-ounce glasses and durable melamine cup with a fancy glass base. And let me know if you'd like the redneck wine glasses. And what else do I have to show you? I also have, speaking of wine and red wine, we have a really popular stain remover that is from a company that's called the Hate Stains Company. This too is made in the US, and it's environmentally friendly. It's really effective. It's check it out. It looks like a red bottle of wine, but look at that. It's clear. That was a bit of a fooling us just by the packaging. But it's time to get change the wardrobe up a bit, put some of the summer stuff away pretty soon, see what you got going for fall. There might be a stain or two, whether it's a new stain or old stain you want to get rid of. We have the red wine stain remover. It was $12.95. I'm going to clear these out for $8. So what a great stocking stuffer too, or as you get ready for autumn. Doing some cleaning as well. People have commented on this lovely top from Fake that I've grabbed out of the back of my closet. But some things may need a little bit of a wash. So what we have is down cleaner, and this is as well. You don't want to use, if you have a down coat, a down vest, a duvet, a sleeping bag, don't use regular detergent on it, please. What you need to do is a non-detergent soap, which this will be, because we don't want to strip the natural oils off of the down. We want it to loft as much as possible, because as the down lofts, that's going to allow the warm air to be trapped inside and be far more effective, and it's going to look better as well. So we have 10 ounces of down cleaner, and what this will clean is 10 jackets, 10 garments. And what you do is just take an ounce of this in liquid form and put it in with your wash. Give it a double spin after the rinse cycle to get as much of the moisture out of it as afterwards. Then throw your item in a dryer with tennis balls and dry it completely, not partially, completely. And so the tennis balls are going to help continue to fluff up the down. People that have used other products and then tried this, it just restores the down like you bought it when you bought it. So the price of this, because I want people to get in and do proper treatment to their fall winter stock items now. And this was $16.95, and I'm clearing these out for $12. Great prices here tonight, people. You don't have to wait for my Black Friday special. Actually, Black Friday weekend, where I'll be on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as an intercity shopping center, where I've rented a cart, and we'll have a number of products there, including our very popular cocktail bombs. So that's where I'll be Black Friday. Maybe I'll have to do the week before, sometime around there, a special show, or you'll just have to come see me at the mall. And those are going to be long days, and it'll be nice to see some friendly faces. If you're having other garments that are technical fabrics, your fleece jackets, your maybe winter coats that are not filled with down, but other synthetic fill, you're going to want to use a pro cleaner that is going to, again, not strip out the waterproof treatments that might be on the outside of, say, a Gore-Tex jacket, because on most outerwear, they do apply something called DWR, durable water repellency, that is going to make water bead off and repel off. But if you use regular detergents, that's going to stop working for you, and you're going to get soaking wet from what is coming from the outside. So just keep everything working well. You're going to want to use a proper cleaner for this. This is, you use half an ounce. So there's 10 ounces in here. This is good for 20 garments that you could wash with this. The price of this was $14.95, clearing this out for $12 as well. And thank you, Marianne, who's going to take some down cleaner, getting her down items ready for winter use, I'm sure. And just a couple of things to wrap up the show with, to show you, because it's getting a little chilly. Not today. Today's weather is not cooperating with me trying to show you warm, fuzzy stuff, but trust me, it is coming. Did you see the Farmer's Almanac? And the Farmer's Almanac. If you're in this, if you're not watching from central Canada, kind of Ontario, but other parts of the country, I apologize. I didn't really pay attention to what kind of winter you're getting, but apparently the forecast is we're going to get socked in with cold and snow here. So before we get into where our bodies start to seize up, we're going to want to make sure that we take a little extra care and get ready, because once we get winter coming, we're going to get slammed, and we don't want you to get caught off guard. But let's continue on. We have some remaining stock of these red toe socks from GKS. So what is this? This is a merino wool sock blended with polyester and acrylic. I spoke about polyester, but acrylic will do the same. It doesn't absorb moisture. It wicks moisture. When your body is warm and the outside is cool, the natural flow is from warm to cold. So it's going to move moisture through the sock to the outside. Merino wool inside it is of all the sheep's wool, it is the finest, so it's the least itchy. And they need to make something with merino wool. They're going to take more fibers to do that because it's not as thick. But this has got 24% merino wool in it to add some insulating warmth for that sock. But as well, if I show you this up closer, can we focus? Can we focus? How's it working? So what we have here, I turned it inside out, and there's these terry loops, little loops that are going to trap warm air and keep you warm. People have bought these, said, oh my God, Diane, these are incredibly durable. They've bought them as gifts. I've heard a lot back from women who've purchased these as gifts for their husbands, woman, one husband, who just have great reviews about the durability, the warmth, and so on. The price is amazing for children's sizes, maybe about, grade 1 up in age. We have them, and they're just $5.95 a pair. The junior size, as we get into little bigger feet, is just $11.95 a pair. I just have 4 or 5 pairs of women's at $12.95 a pair, and that's going to fit like a woman who wears a 8-9 shoe. If you're into 6-7 shoe, you might fit into the juniors. And then we have the men's at $14.95. Great prices. My store is close to walk-in traffic. It's going to be a little harder to get some of these products as I pivot into doing wholesale live stream shopping shows, as I do some pop-up events, because my format is now more of doing pop-ups and live stream shopping. So if you see the items here and you like them, please order simply by putting in the comment section and private messaging me or texting me. I'm going to put up on the screen one more time our pickup times. Our schedule there is tomorrow, Friday, 11 to 1, Saturday, 11 to 1, and Monday, 11 to 1. And if you're just new and watching and saying, who are you and where is the store? Where do I go pick it up? I'm on the east side of the Fort William Gardens in Thunder Bay. So if you're walking into the front doors of the Fort William Gardens, just look to your right-hand side and you'll see this beautiful, not acreage, but a beautiful manicured park-like setting that I have my store in. But the pandemic has changed my business model. It stopped working. And I have tried to liquidate as best as I'm able our clothing, but that's sort of dead in the water at the moment. And I'm focusing on this. And thank you. Let's see. Heather's going to get some socks as well, and Marianne's going to take some Pro Cleaner. That's exactly how you do it. People, just let me know. And the final thing we talked about, we have some really nice, mugs. And we talked about how wonderful many people although the days are getting longer, shorter, nights are getting longer, and the temperatures in the northern hemisphere are cooling down. For many people, we've learned that it is an amazing time of year, that there is lots to enjoy, whether it's the smell of that outdoor fire, or watching the leaves turn color, or hearing the geese fly from overhead. It's having hot chocolate. And from cocktail bombs, we also have color changing hot chocolate bombs. And what are these about? It can be sold individually, but these are uh, um, wrapped in biodegradable plastic, and you unwrap them and you put this in hot chocolate and stir, and they're going to change the color. It's not going to end up being brown, but very delicious, and can be sold at $5 each. But for summer solstice, fall solstice, oh my gosh, no, it's not solstice, I'm so confused. Fall equinox. Yes, fall equinox, that then turns into December. We go into the winter solstice. Aha. And that's when the days start to get longer. Okay. And then we go into the spring equinox in March. And then we go into the summer solstice. We're following this pattern? Okay. So these also can be sold in a box of 4. So in both cases, so a box of 4. So this would normally be $20 for a box of 4, but these will be on special for $15. So with Christmas coming, autumn coming, Halloween coming, I know some of you like to have some special treats for special little ones, and maybe that's something that you want to add this Halloween. Listen, that's going to complete tonight's show, Shop with Diane, episode 159. Can you believe it? Next time I do a show next week, it's 160 episodes. Oh my gosh. But I really need to do these shows to keep, I find that when I take a week off, I get feeling a little bit rusty, and hopefully there wasn't too much tarnish on tonight's show. I appreciate all of you for joining in for the live show. Oh my goodness. And for those of you who are watching the replay, thank you. Get your orders in. There's still lots of products remaining. I still don't have anybody claiming the sun. We have the Loki bracelets that you're going to want to come by at curbside pickup time and make a selection. Those are on clear out. We've got the water bottles, the redneck wine glasses, leggings, back scratchers, bear spray, cleaning stuff. Cleaning. I see Beverly is joining us late. Well, Beverly, great. We have great that you are catching us, but you'll have to press the replay and get caught up. Lots of great products remaining. I hope to see you next week for our next episode of Shop with Diane. In the meantime, wherever you are, enjoy the changing of seasons. Here it's going to be quite mild and wonderful. And let me see some great comments coming by. Thank you so much, everyone. And let me see. Oh my gosh, lovely comments. So if you're watching the replay, put your comments in as well. It really brings a lot of joy to those of us, builds our community, and everyone just have a great week. And I'll see you again soon, okay? Good night, everyone.